The construction adhesive tape features an exclusive mesh reinforced formula for instant grab and permanent hold.
Let's try it.
You totally taped it.
Wow, you nailed it. I mean, you taped it. You totally taped it. Taped it.
Taped it. Taped it.
Ask for Total Tape, the construction adhesive tape.
Monster Jam action gets real with the new Megalodon Storm RC. Attack any terrain, dirt, grass, snow. This shark dominates land and water. The new Monster Jam Megalodon Storm RC. Remote batteries not included.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
It's 100% the college experience I wanted, but in the trade I needed.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
Without the education, without being able to go out there and learn hands-on, I wouldn't be here without UNOH.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Good evening, Monster Jam fans, and welcome into AT&T Stadium, the home of your Dallas Cowboys this season and every season since 2009. Speaking of, Monster Jam has been in the house every single year since its inception, and it has been electric every time we visit the Dallas, Arlington, Fort Worth area, and I have a feeling that today is going to be no different. So, welcome in and settle in for tonight's Monster Jam.
Shoving into overdrive. Highway to the danger zone. I'll take you right into the danger zone. You never say hello to you until you get it on the red light low. You never know what you can do until you get it on the side.
Trackside. My name is Cruz, and I am your fan enhancement host. I'll be out here in the stands all night long, kicking it with you incredible fans. Now tonight, right here at AT&T Stadium, you're about to catch 12 of the best Monster Jam superstars compete to be crowned the overall event champion. These larger-than-life superstars will battle head-to-head across 3 competitions. First up, we have racing, then the Great Clip Skills Challenge, and then later on after halftime, we have the freestyle round. Now, every single one of these drivers will earn points based on their their finish across all three competitions. And not only are they competing for the overall event championship, they also are competing for a series points championship. Now, the best part about tonight is that you actually get to help us crown our overall event champion, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. For now, I want to direct your attention back to the desk to my co-hosts John and Lindsay to tell you a little bit more about what you can look forward to at tonight's event.
Thanks so much, Anissa. John Saponaro, Lindsay Noble here at the Monster Jam desk, and this is where I'm going to be all night long providing the play-by-play and all the action that you need. But the person working harder than anybody else is right here to my right, Lindsay Noble, our pit reporter, and she's going to be giving you all the behind-the-scenes stuff that's going on here at Monster Jam. Isn't that right?
It is right, and I have to tell you that it's easy to work hard when you love your job. I have the coolest job in the house, I think, because I get to be behind the scenes to show you guys some of the most exciting moments of Monster Jam. I get to give you guys all of the behind-the-scenes footage, and of course, that breaking news as it comes. And I can tell you guys one thing. While our Monster Jam superstars are competing on this track, I can guarantee that our UNOH technicians and our crew chiefs are working so hard behind the scenes off the track to make sure that each Monster Jam truck is performance ready.
And I can guarantee that all of us are thrilled to be back here in Arlington in the friendly confines of AT&T Stadium, because what a difference a week makes. Last weekend in El Paso, we were out in the elements. It was crazy weather. So I know the drivers, the technicians, and all of us here at Monster Jam are looking forward to being under this retractable roof.
You are not lying. It was wild in El Paso. When they say wild, wild winds, that was what El Paso was, but it was such a fun time. And you know, that's the best part about working here on Stadium Series Blue, is that each coworker works so well together, no matter what. It's rain or shine, we are here for our Monster Jam fans.
Absolutely, but I'm happy it's more shine than rain this weekend. And like I said, we've got the roof over our heads to protect us and keep us out of the elements. Let's take a look up at the video board and see what's coming your way here during Monster Jam Trackside. The three that I want to highlight for you are John Gordon, Colt Stevens, and Ryan Disharoon are going to join myself and Lindsay right here at the Monster Jam desk. Then we can check Cynthia Gauthier out in the stands with Unissa. And then speaking of Lindsay, on the track with Chris Kohler coming up at 6:35. All that and more during Monster Jam Trackside.
Mom,
Yes.
you start.
We started fostering Kyle when he was 6 years old. I knew that routine was important for him.
Dad, your turn.
We started going to Chick-fil-A every Saturday.
Every Saturday. Now, Miss Elizabeth?
When your adoption day came, we got the honor of being in the courtroom with you. The judge actually called us out, too, for being a little too loud.
Having a big crowd cheering him on was really special to us.
At Lucas Oil, we take pride in creating problem-solving products to make your car care easier. We protect your vehicle and make it run longer so you can focus on the things that matter most. Whether it's commuting to work, visiting a loved one, taking the kids where they need to go, going to the big game, or anywhere life takes you, Lucas Oil is committed to getting you there for all of life's important moments. Lucas Oil, it works.
racing, big air, and massive stunts, Monster Jam is truly as big as it gets. You can catch all of our Monster Jam superstars on social media if you follow Monster Jam on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even TikTok now. And also, if you go ahead and post and add hashtag Monster Jam, you might even get to see yourself right up there on that big screen tonight during the event. Also, keep in mind we have our YouTube channel membership where you can gain access to over 20 years of video content. To check out more social media, go across all of our channels or check out monsterjam.com.
I've been having revelations, and I'm gonna let them shine. I deserve congratulations.
Last year, Monster Jam, Son of a Digger, and Ryan Anderson announced their landmark partnership with the Hoonigans. And all that meant is that Ryan Anderson can go bigger and badder than ever before, if you can even imagine what that would look like. But while we have a moment, let's see what Hoonigan has been up to with Jim Cana and Travis Pastrana. John and Lindsay back here at the Monster Jam desk, and if you're anything like us, you can't get enough of the Monster Jam action, and that doesn't mean just Stadium Championship Series Blue, but it means all of the action from all around the country. So Lindsay, let's check in with some of our counterparts. Up first, we have Stadium Championship Series Red, where Adam Anderson, two-time Stadium Series champion, is 21 points ahead of Camden Murphy and Bakugan Dragonoid.
Adam Anderson currently has it, but Camden Murphy has had so much success on the season. You can see here on the video board him pulling off some awesome two-wheel moves. And you know, Camden Murphy was actually leading that point series for a few weeks, did have some truck issues, and I think he can do it. I think he can come back, and I think he can walk away with a trophy at the end of this.
I know Camden Murphy really well. He and I have been on the same series more times than one, and look, he's fallen just a little bit short each and every single time, most notably in 2020 when he was 1 point behind Charlie Potkins. So I think he does have a chance, but standing in his way, one of the best to ever do it, Adam Anderson behind the wheel of Gravedigger. Now we'll turn our attention over to the Arena Series. Up first, Arena Series East, which was in Hartford, Connecticut last weekend. And you know what? After 3 straight weeks of mechanical issues for Jurassic Attack and Dalton Whitener, he really turned it on.
Certainly a celebration for Dalton Whitener in Jurassic Attack. Watch this action here as he wins racing. You know, Dalton, I was able to work with him over the summer, and we've really been able to see his confidence build. You can see a couple seconds there right above El Toro Loco, and some two-wheel action here as well. Dalton ended up winning actually 2 overall event championships in Hartford, Connecticut, and I know they were well-deserved.
2 overall event championships, 2 racing wins, and those 2 racing wins take him to 8 total on the season, and that ties him for the most in arena competition with Elvis Linus of El Toro Loco. So a very impressive turn of events for Dalton Whitener. We'll turn our attention over to Arena Series Central, where the 2022 Monster Jam Rookie of the Year, John Zimmer Jr., only 54 points behind somebody that you and I know quite well, Brandon Vincent in Gravedigger.
Brandon Vincent in Gravedigger was a World Finals racing champion. So to see John Zimmer Jr. as a rookie coming in and only being behind by 54 points is pretty incredible. We do know that this two-wheel right here has extreme consistency. You can see how much control he has there on the throttle, using that 2-speed power glide transmission to go back and forth from reverse back into second gear. It's really incredible to see what these Monster Jam trucks and our drivers can do.
John Zimmer Jr., one of the most talented young up-and-coming drivers in the entire sport, and of course, a second-generation superstar. His father, the legendary John Zimmer Sr., who made his name driving Gravedigger among other Monster Jam trucks. So what a season it would be if John Zimmer Jr. can capture his first Arena Championship Series win over the likes of Brandon Vincent, a Gravedigger driver, a World Finals champion. What What a turn of events that would be indeed. And last but certainly not least, we have to look at Arena Series West. Ashley Sanford, behind the wheel of Megalodon, captured her first career Monster Jam competition win.
It warms my heart. Monster Jam fans, take a look at these donuts. You can see her spinning around and around in that Megalodon Monster Jam truck. Ashley Sanford is one of only 11 females here at Monster Jam. You can see that emotional hug between her and our host Keaton Stewart. You can see the emotion it brings me too, because I know how hard she worked for that win.
Absolutely, like you said, one of 11 female competitors in Monster Jam, one of 8 rookie competitors in Monster Jam this season. So it's been absolutely epic this season so far. Let's see where these fans can expect this Monster Jam action all around the country this weekend. Fans can look forward to Orlando, Florida, Tupelo, Rosemont, and Portland, Oregon.
Monster Jam fans, as promised, I am going to be kicking it out here in the stands all night long, and I love coming out here and meeting these incredible fans. I'm going to introduce you to someone that I just met just now. Could you tell everyone your name for me?
My name is Allison Skorasic.
Now, Allison, is this your first time coming to Monster Jam?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
How many times do you think, roughly, have you been to Monster Jam?
6. Not enough.
Not enough. So that means you want to keep coming back. I would, too, if I were you. Now, since you've come at least 6 times, that means you pretty much know the drivers, right? And the trucks. Who is your favorite truck?
Max D.
You like Max D? Okay, he's not here, and I love Max D, too. But is there one that's here tonight that you love a lot?
Monster Mutt.
Monster Mutt. The driver of Monster Mutt is Chris Kohler, and this is his first Stadium Series. So be ready for the action that he's about to bring out on this track. Now, quick question. Who's here with you in the crowd?
Come here, Jax. Come here. Come here. It's Jax. Jax.
That's Jax. Jax is super excited to be here, and so is Allison. Now, Allison, I got to tell you, tonight is about to be insane. I'm pretty sure that Jax is ready to see these trucks hit the track. Could you just on 3 say, "Go Monster Jam" for me? 1, 2, 3.
Go Monster Jam!
Nice. Monster Jam fans, please give it up for Allison and Jax.
Lindsay, like we mentioned in the top of Trackside, you are going to be in the pits basically all night long. So why don't we give these fans a little bit of a preview? I know during the pit party and earlier today, you had the opportunity to get down there already, and you were able to talk to Shelby Fisher, the crew chief of Thunder Roarus, about how she needs to work to align those shocks.
Another female that is just killing it here at Monster Jam. You can see her here flashing me a big smile as what we call charging the shocks is happening there on Thunder Roarus. Right there was our nitrogen tank, and what you're seeing here is our shocks. So they're making sure that they are measured out correctly and that they also have enough compression and pressure in them. So inside of our shocks is actually nitrogen. So that's what you saw in that nitrogen tank, and that is how they charge them. It also has hydraulic oil, and the two of those work together to create that compression and also be able to rebound for those shocks. The main function of a shock is to create safety for our drivers. But funny enough, the shocks actually change throughout today's event. So our drivers will have a specific one that they want it at set during racing, but then they're going to set it differently again in freestyle. They'll do that during halftime, so you guys will get to see that on the track. But what I'm showing here right here is a shock piston. And what's really cool about this shock piston is it moves up and down throughout the shock to make sure that that hydraulic oil, along with that actual nitrogen, is moving back and forth. And you can't see it too far from here. You can see a little bit, but we actually have these kidney beans, is what we call these right here. And, you know, it's kind of a funny name, but they have such a big function because they're different on each side. So the side I'm showing you now has a bigger size kidney bean that really allows for that hydraulic oil to move through and to create that compression on those shocks.
That's great inside information. And of course, we talked a lot about around Monster Jam, but let's shift the focus to right here at Stadium Championship Series Blue. And the story last weekend, the story basically every weekend, has been the run of dominance from Tyler Menninga behind the wheel of Gravedigger. He has more racing wins than anybody. He has more freestyle wins than anybody. He has more skills challenge wins than anybody. And of course, Lindsay, that means he has more points than anybody and more overall event championships than anybody as well.
You know, Tyler Menninga says that he owes all of his success to his crew chief, Matt Gong. But you can see here how much control he has in the air. What we just saw a clip of is his backflip. And to be honest, I think he has one of the most greatest backflips of every single one of our Monster Jam Superstars because you can, one, see that there's control, there's consistency, and he's landing on all 4 BKT tires, which is so important because what these drivers want to do is they want to successfully do a backflip, and then they want to be able to roll away on those BKT tires, finish the run, and then park.
You know, the fans of Monster Jam are so familiar with Tyler Menninga from his arena career. Of course, 4 times in a row he won the Triple Threat Series. He's the only person in the history of Monster Jam to win 4 consecutive arena series that way. But this is only his 2nd season competing full-time on a stadium, and in both years, he's contending with heavyweights, most notably Ryan Anderson behind the wheel of Son of a Digger powered by Hoonigan. I mean, he is, in most fans' minds, the best, if not one of the best, in the entire world right now. Last year, he was able to catch Tyler, overtake him, win the series championship. But this year, Lindsay, it's been a little bit of a different story. It's been a good year for Ryan Anderson, but I would say not a vintage year for Ryan Anderson.
You know, and I talked to Ryan Anderson during the pit party before everybody was able to come in, and he was saying that he's been a little bit disappointed in his 2-wheel. He really thinks that he can do better, and he says that he's in his head a little bit, and today it's a clean slate. He wants to finish strong. He's not going to think about it too much. He's just going to go out there, have fun, and do what he knows to do. I said, Ryan, you are notable for that 2-wheel skills challenge. You do such a good job, and people have seen multiple times that sidewall donut that was so incredible last season. If you haven't seen it, you definitely need to look it up, but I'm hoping we get to see it again here today.
I was in East Rutherford, New Jersey when he threw it down last year, and I can say it was as epic as it looked on YouTube or on the Monster Jam social channels. Look it up. And one thing to keep in mind with Ryan Anderson is that this is his last time competing for about a month. We have a couple of arena events that are coming up here on Stadium Series Blue that are non-points earning. So he's got really the opportunity to come out, make up some points before taking a break and kind of resetting a bit. Speaking of those points, let's check them out up on the video board right now and see where things stand after 16 rounds here on Stadium Series Blue. There's Tyler Menninga in the lead, 32 points over Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. And then in 3rd place, somebody's been consistent all season long, Zombies Bari, Moosauer, El Toro Loco. Charlie Pocken has done such a fantastic job behind the wheel of that crazy bull the last few weeks. The other one to highlight before we're done here, Lindsay, is Cynthia Gauthier and Lucas Stabilizer moving from 10th to 5th over the last couple weeks. Quite a jump.
Quite a jump indeed, moving from 10th to 5th. And I think what that comes from is the fact that her freestyles have been incredible. She's also really been able to put down some solid 2-wheel skills, so I think racing is next.
I'd love to see it, and one thing is for sure, no matter who walks away with a competition win, no matter who walks away with an overall event championship, the fans here at AT&T Stadium are in for a treat because we have 12 of the best, most competitive, most intense Monster Jam superstars in the entire world right here on Stadium Championship Series Blue.
So I stopped in at Chick-fil-A for lunch and saw Officer Wilson come in. I decided to place a dine-in mobile order and have a cookie delivered to him just to show appreciation for his service for our community.
A few minutes later, I noticed that Officer Wilson had gotten up and left, and I knew he hadn't gotten his cookie yet.
I'm headed to my car. I turn around and I see Allie, and she's running after me.
Mr. Police Officer, Mr. Police Officer.
Usually when someone yells, officer, officer, they want to ask me about a ticket they got. I absolutely wanted the cookie. This cookie is delicious.
Monster Jam fans, you know that to be the best, you've got to beat the best. That's why I love BKT tires. Whether you're working in the field or doing extreme sports like me, BKT tires are a winning formula. My BKTs are rough enough and tough enough to get me through any competition. When it comes to strength and power, nothing else compares. Take it from me.
John and Lindsay back here at the Monster Jam desk, this time joined by three of our superstar drivers. We have Texas's own Colt Stevens in Thunder Roarus. We got John Gordon in Bad Company. And right here in the middle, Ryan Disharoon behind the wheel of Shaker. Ryan, we're going to start with you. It's been 1 week since your first career stadium overall event championship. I know it was a different city, but it's the same state, so we're back in Texas. How you feeling, and can you do it again?
Man, I tell you what, I feel great, guys. Texas has treated me good in El Paso, and I know you guys are going to treat me good here. That was one heck of a celebration right there, man. I just can't describe how everybody came together, and all my friends were just excited for me. It felt like a win for the whole team. It felt like Monster Jam won that weekend. And I tell you what, I didn't know I had so many friends, John.
And you know, coming for that overall event championship is all of our superstars, but especially John Gordon and Bad Company, who had a freestyle win here last season, also had a racing win this season, as well as two-wheel. How are you going to put it all together here for tonight?
You know, Lindsay, Arlington has turned into basically like our second home. We come to this track more than anywhere I think I've been in my career. And it's crazy. When I was turning wrenches for Son of a Digger, I never stepped foot into AT&T Stadium, and I didn't realize what I was missing out on. We came up here with our own truck. We've got to run. We've ran hard. We've won some stuff here. And I'm hoping that here is where we put it all together and walk away with an overall tonight.
Somebody who knows this place quite well, somebody who knows Texas quite well and represents it quite well is Colt Stevens. Colt, your two wins this season came in your home state, and it's got to feel great to not only be here in Arlington, but we were in Houston, which is your hometown. We were in San Antonio, El Paso, so it was like a little bit of a mini Texas tour in your return to Monster Jam.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that, John. I'm actually enjoying the heck out of this tour so far. So many Texas stops. All the Texas fans seem to love the Thunder Roarus truck, and I cannot wait to bring that truck out here in Arlington as well. Hopefully we can come away with a few wins.
And Ryan, we saw that emotion not only in your face, but each one of your competitors' face as they all came together to celebrate you. But despite that emotion, there's so much strategy that went into that win. One of those areas being the fact that you built your truck from the ground up at the metal shop. You are an owner with your father. Talk to us about why that truck is set up for success here again tonight.
I tell you what, guys, when I built that truck, it was a bunch of failures I built over the years all into one. And I finally got the truck where I wanted it at. And that's what it takes. Sometimes you got to lose to win. And I lost a whole bunch. But we finally got our win, and I'm taking it. And I tell you what, the metal shop puts one mean chassis together, and that thing's proven itself out here. And I tell you what, guys, tonight is the night. We're going to burn that thing down.
Somebody who's no stranger to building Monster Jam trucks is also John Gordon in Bad Company. But I want to table that for now and talk about the points. If we can put them up on the video board and see where you stand, you are just a few points back of 7th place and even closer to, like, you have the opportunity to move today all the way up into 5th place. So what is your strategy knowing that you can jump 4 spots with a good few competitions?
Man, you know, it's just like Ryan hit on. You lose a couple races and you go back so quick. I went from 4th place to wherever I'm now overnight. But you know what? We're not worried about that, because the more I think about that, the worse I do on the points, and the worse the fans get, because they don't get the show they deserve. We're here to put on a show. We're not worried about those points. Wherever I finish up tonight, it's where I finish up tonight, and I hope that it's an overall. But either way, I'm here to put on a show for all these Arlington fans, and that's what we're going to do tonight.
Could not have said it better myself. We got about 20 seconds, so Colt, this is your home state. I'm going to give you the last word for all of these amazing Texas fans.
You know, we need your help out there, Thunder Roarus. I need to hear everybody's roar on 3. 1, 2, 3, roar!
I love the energy, I love the enthusiasm, and I love hanging out with these 3 superstars. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for John Gordon, Ryan Disharoon, and Colt Stevens.
My operator said, hey, one of our regular customers had a heart transplant recently. Would you be okay with me introducing you to them? I was like, absolutely, man.
That's when I got to meet Brian. We've both had a heart transplant and love Chick-fil-A. Brian represents older me because of what he's been through.
I was so happy to be able to be that person in Shay's life.
It's nice knowing someone in the community able to talk to you like that.
I'm glad that I'm in this journey, in this story right now with Shay.
Hey Monster Jam fans, Bryce Kenny coming to you from Inside Great Clips, getting ready to get this mohawk right. But I need you to get your phones out right now so you don't miss out on a great offer from Great Clips. Scan the QR code to make sure you get $2 off on your next Great Clips haircut. Looks great, feels great. See you guys soon.
We went to the Monster Jam test grounds to show how the original super glue, now with Super Unix, can win any challenge. From small,
bonds super fast, just 10 seconds. All set here.
To the extreme.
Let's see how strong it really is.
Yeah, let's see it lift 12,000 pounds.
The extreme power of Super Unix adhesive is shock and vibration proof. So strong, it can lift more than 12,000 pounds. The original super glue featuring Super Unix, the next generation of super glue.
This is Monster Jam. New Monster Jam Garage. Holds over 25 Monster Jam trucks. Fuel up for stunts. Crank the elevator up 5 levels. Real lights and sounds. Monster Jam. Let's roll. Speed around turns. Blast down the ramp. Epic jump. Go to the top. Drop it into a backflip. New Monster Jam Garage. Comes with exclusive Gravedigger. Other trucks each sold separately. Build assemble. Batteries not included.
You know, I may have jumped the gun, sending these three guys off to a round of applause that was absolutely raucous. I forgot that here tonight we have the Chick-fil-A Dallas-Fort Worth area Monster Jam Racing competition, which means that all three of these guys, plus the rest of our drivers, get to represent a section here in Monster Jam Racing, and the winning driver in the winning section is going to get a Chick-fil-A voucher for a free sandwich, good at Chick-fil-A here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So let's bring on our special guest and find out which section these three are going to be representing. So once you get your Chick-fil-A box, you're going to open it up, see your number, and then reveal it to these Monster Jam fans. Let's see what you got. Ryan, we'll start with you. 214 for Ryan Disharoon. What do you got there, John Gordon? 212, and Colt Stevens, there it is, 232. Ladies and gentlemen, keep those section numbers in mind, especially if you're sitting there. It might give you some extra incentive to root for one of these three Monster Jam superstars. Speaking of Thunderoris, speaking of Colt Stevens, let's take a closer look at the making of that brand new Monster Jam truck.
Every year in Mosh Jam, we try to give the fans something new. The inspiration of Thunder Roars really started with kind of asking from the fans, right? They've wanted a dyno truck for a long time. We wanted something that was different, something that was our own. So going into this decision to make Thunder Roars, we put a lot of different inspiration into different designs and different styles and looks at dinosaurs across the whole scope of dinosaurs, but we really wanted to incorporate some of the backstory that went into the creation of Thunder Roar. So with the Red Lightning that really went into the creation of this truck in the storyline, and so it started with Thundersaurus. We wanted something that really said dinosaur and metallic dinosaur, so putting the roar in the middle of Thunder Roars made a lot of sense. So once we have a design that everybody's really, really happy with, it really starts with creating that concept and getting that art design down. Once we have an art design approved, then we put it into a mold. Once the mold is made, then we can really get it out into a life-size form and try to put it on a truck. So once the mold is made and we actually have a body in the shop, then it goes into the decals and the painting. We really wanted something that spoke to the robotic nature of Thunder Roars and what it is, but we also wanted something that popped, right? So we wanted to keep with the metallic, hence the silver gray, and then we wanted something red and orange, very vibrant, to be able to make it stand out. When we were looking at the design of this truck, we wanted something that was different than what's out there. The mouth is a really big, important part of that. So during the pit parties, you'll be able to see an actual dinosaur with its mouth open. We wanted some scales, we wanted some spikes. Obviously the teeth are a very important part of Thunder Roars. Everything that goes into making this not just a dinosaur, but a robotic dinosaur, really kind of tie it all together. So selecting the drivers of Thunder Roars was really important. Keith Speller, who manages our driver program, did an amazing job of picking two driver athletes that would really come out and really own Thunder Roars. And that was really important to us, to have two drivers like Tony and like Colt that would really put their all into the truck. The most rewarding thing with Thunder Roars is really seeing the unveil. Knowing that the fans asked for a dinosaur truck, and we know that kids and adults alike love dinosaurs, we expect this IP and Thunder Roars and more Thunder Roars after that to be able to grow and be able to help Monster Jam grow into the future.
Monster Jam fans, I am standing out here with Cynthia Gauthier, our driver of Lucas Stabilizer. Now, a couple of great things about Cynthia is that she has a huge heart. Out of the kindness of her heart, she took herself right to Orlando, Florida to help out Stadium Series Red's Dirt Crew. Also, she's a woman of many talents. In Anaheim on this same tour, she even welded her very own truck. Now, Cynthia has come to Arlington a lot of times. In 2021, she had a victory, and in 2022, she had another victory. I'll let her tell you exactly what those were.
You know, Arlington, Texas is definitely one of my favorite stadiums. I came here a couple years ago with the Monster Dalmatian Ice, came back with the Galaxy, got a freestyle victory, came back last year with another freestyle victory, so I'm ready to get my third one tonight.
Now, speaking of victories, last week in El Paso, Cynthia also had two victories. Not only did she win the Great Clip Skills Challenge, she also won the freestyle round as well. That freestyle run was incredible, as you can see right up there on the big screen. And now that actually earned her the third spot for this tour in freestyle wins, which actually beats Ryan Anderson, our driver of Son of a Digger, who actually won the entire series last season. So, Cynthia, how do you feel about that?
You know what? I'm doing this for all the ladies, I think, because I think we can do it too. Woo!
Now, Cynthia, you have something that's over here for a certain section inside of the Chick-fil-A box. That's why we also have this Chick-fil-A cow here right now. Could you open up that box and see what is inside? So if you are in section 204, you just earned yourself some free Chick-fil-A on behalf of Monster Jam and Chick-fil-A. And now Cynthia has something else that she actually wants to share with you as well.
I've been wearing my Lucky shirt every year, and I'm doing this year. Is there some cowboy fat out here? Woo!
Monster Jam fans, please put your hands together and give it up for Cynthia Gauthier, our driver and the only female on this tour, Cynthia Gauthier of Lucas Stabilizer.
Hard to say somebody's as enthusiastic about football as I am, but Hannah's got to be pretty close. Me and the tailgate gang, before every game, order
3 strawberry milkshakes, no toppings.
for good luck.
He doesn't even have to order them. I know exactly what he wants. One weekend, you had forgotten to get those milkshakes, and then we lost the game. And then the next weekend, he came back. The milkshakes were left sitting on the table.
Here she comes running behind me. Mr. Chip, you forgot your strawberry milkshakes again. My 3 shakes. That is neat.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
It's 100% the college experience I wanted, but in the trade I needed.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
Without the education, without being able to go out there and learn hands-on, I wouldn't be here without UNOH.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
Lucas Oil, it works.
I run Lucas Oil.
It doesn't matter if you're on the water,
Driving to work,
or competing in a sold-out stadium.
Lucas Oil products will help you get the most out of your vehicle.
Monster Jam has run Lucas Oil in and on our trucks for over 10 years.
we wouldn't run anything else.
Lucas Oil, the official oil of Monster Jam.
Jam fans, you know that to be the best, you've got to beat the best. That's why I love BKT tires. Whether you're working in the field or doing extreme sports like me, BKT tires are a winning formula. My BKTs are rough enough and tough enough to get me through any competition. When it comes to strength and power, nothing else compares. Take it from me.
Monster Jam has a brand new television home. It is MAV TV, and we are absolutely thrilled to be a part of this motorsport network. And that means that you can tune in every Saturday morning for classic Monster Jam episodes with new episodes airing in prime time, 8 p.m. Eastern, every Saturday as well. Make sure to tune in and watch Scott Jordan, Leslie Mears, and the entire broadcast team with coverage not only from here on Stadium Series Blue and Stadium Series Red, but from all over the Arena Championship Series as well with the brand new Arena in 30. Also, you can watch the official Monster Jam podcast inside Monster Jam. It's all on MAV TV.
Monster Jam is on MAV TV. Witness all-out racing, massive stunts, all the exhilarating.
That is how you throw it down.
And big air action.
Oh, that was huge.
All in one place. This is a new era. This is Monster Jam.
We've seen many times before that the momentum can be set right out of the gate in the Monster Jam racing competition with regards to an overall event championship. Now, keep in mind that all of the races you're about to witness will be timed by the Finish Links timing system, which is accurate to 1/1000th of a second. This is the same system they use in the Olympics, the Indy 500, and the Kentucky Derby. Let's take a look at that bracket and see which matchups you should look for, especially in round number 1. I want to highlight the showdown between Avenger and Megalodon, as well as the showdown between Axe and Monster Mutt. We have all 4 members of Team Scream facing off against each other in round 1, which means only 2 of them can move on into round number 2. The other one you want to keep an eye on is Thunder Roris versus Zombie, the second pair in round number 1. It is Colt Stevens from right here in Texas taking on Bari Musauer. And why is it important? Well, they've gone head-to-head 3 other times this season, with Zombie taking the win each and every single time. So, Colt Stevens, Thunder Roris, looking for a little bit of redemption right here in his home state. And we've heard from some of our drivers. We saw where they're going to be representing, which sections they're going to be representing coming up in Chick-fil-A Dallas-Fort Worth Monster Jam Racing. But let's take another look up at the video board and see where the rest of our drivers will slot in and which sections they're going to be holding down for the racing competition. And there you see Gravedigger. Nobody's got a better racing record than him, so that is good luck usually for section 230. Also want to talk about Ryan Anderson behind the wheel of Son of a Digger, of course, the former Monster Jam Racing World Finals champion, holding it down for section 240. But keep your eyes fixed on that video board and see if your section is going to be represented, and see if you have the potential to walk away with a voucher for a free sandwich from Chick-fil-A here tonight. This is your first time at a Monster Jam event, or maybe it's been a while and you need a little bit of a refresher. Let's take a look at what you can expect coming up here tonight in Track X.
As we continue getting ready for tonight's competitions, it is time now for Track X, brought to you by Spin Master. Epic trucks, epic stunts, Monster Jam. Our first competition is Monster Jam Racing. We will start with both Monster Jam trucks staged and ready at the starting line. After you see 2 amber lights, the final light will go green, and our drivers will hit the throttle and begin navigating this challenging track where the race will be won in the turns. That's where the skill, seat time, and precision of our drivers will come into play. Each competitor has the option to take the turn in a smooth wide drift, never taking their foot off the gas, or they will slightly pump the brakes and hit a tight narrow turn, avoiding the obstacle and accelerating to the finish line. Next up, it's the Great Clips Skills Challenge, where our superstars can either make 2 attempts at a 2-wheel maneuver or hit an awe-inspiring Monster Jam donut, in which Zombies Bari Musawir holds the Guinness World Record. Tonight's final competition is freestyle. Our Monster Jam drivers will compete to earn the highest fan score at judgeszone.com by performing the most dynamic freestyle run consisting of big air, momentum, and wow moments. One of the wow moments you might see is a backflip. Our drivers have perfected the backflip ramp as they line up their Monster Jam truck at the right angle, accelerating at nearly full throttle, and begin pumping the brakes as the truck defies gravity off of the ramp, ending with an astonishing bounce on its BKT tires. This has been Track X, brought to you by Spin Master.
In the tunnel, in the pits, with Chris Kohler, our driver of Monster Mutt, and this awesome Chick-fil-A cow who is going to show us this Chick-fil-A box. Actually, he's going to hand it to Chris Kohler right now. Chris is going to show you what section will be representing him here today. So if you're in this section, you need to make sure that you're yelling loud for Chris Kohler. Let me hear a drum roll. And 3, 2, 1, let's open that Chick-fil-A box.
206, lucky section. Let's hear it.
You guys heard it. 206. You guys will be representing Chris Kohler in Monster Mutt.
Monster Jam fans, one of the best parts about Monster Jam is that you actually get to help us crown our overall event champion, and over millions of superstars from all over the world have also cast their scores, and this is exactly how you can do it. I have Marcus right here with his family, and he's going to actually show you in a moment. If you go to judgeszone.com, make sure you put in the code ARL in those 3 X's. From there, slide that BKT tire up or down to select a score. Make sure after you select the score, you do not forget to hit that submit button before scores are locked. From the moment that scoring begins, you only have 20 seconds on that clock. So let's try it right now. Go to judgeszone.com, put in the code ARL. From there, slide that BKT tire up or down to select a score. You got about 10 seconds on that clock. Make sure while you're choosing a score, you choose one that is accurate and fair for the truck and driver in that competition. You got 5 seconds left in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a look at the video board and let's see how you all did. The fan score is 7.184. That is the official score for that truck and driver in that competition, which was the average of all of your scores. Monster Jam fans, keep in mind that you can score during the Great Clip Skills Challenge and then also in the freestyle round. Make sure that you score accurately and fairly for all of our trucks and drivers.
Every morning, I go through Chick-fil-A and pick up a large unsweetened iced tea with a splash of diet lemonade. One time, there was this handwritten note.
Who doesn't want to see a smiley face, you know?
I got another note on it the next time, and I was like, whoa, for just something so simple. This is like my little splash of sunshine.
Everybody wants to feel like you're appreciated and you're cared about.
That simple note has had such a big impact. I write notes on receipts now.
That's amazing.
It's my pleasure.
No, it's mine.
So it's game day, and you need to get your hair in shape. Enter Great Clips. Our skilled stylists save your haircut details and clip notes for the look you love almost as much as your team. We got you, and you got this. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Tape? Total tape. Easy, fast. You taped it. Totally taped it.
Total Tape, the construction adhesive tape, features an exclusive mesh reinforced formula for instant grab and permanent hold.
Let's try it. You totally taped it.
Wow, you nailed it. I mean, you taped it. You totally taped it.
Taped it. Taped it. Taped it.
Ask for Total Tape, the construction adhesive tape.
This is Monster Jam, new Ram Champ RC. Now you can bring Monster Jam action indoors. Pull off epic RC stunts. Customize the ramps to change up the tricks. Super soft wheels, turn your house into a Monster Jam arena. Ramp up indoor stunts with the new Monster Jam Ram Champ RC. Out now.
Turn your passion into a career at the University of Northwestern Ohio. From high performance to automotive, diesel, and everything in between, you'll find a degree that will get you a job.
It's 100% the college experience I wanted, but in the trade I needed.
70% hands-on, no out-of-state tuition, and accredited degrees in trades that are in high demand all across the country.
Without the education, without being able to go out there and learn hands-on, I wouldn't be here without UNOH.
Learn more about your future at unoh.edu.
For one final time here throughout Monster Jam Trackside, I'm going to bring back my co-host, and we're going to break down everything that we've had the opportunity to hear so far from our drivers to the conditions of the track. So, Lindsay, I'm going to start with you. We opened up Trackside by saying you're going to be in the pits. You've had your first opportunity to head down there. What are you hearing from the pits here tonight?
So what I'm hearing mostly is that this track is awesome. Every single driver, athlete, and crew chief is saying that this track has set them up for complete success. It's slick around the corners, but it's also really packed. I'm going to lower down really quick, and you guys can see this dirt right here is really incredible. It's kind of flaky, but it's also a little bit like clay. That'll be so great for racing around the corners. It'll be great for two-wheel for traction, and in freestyle, these drivers are going to go wild.
Unissa, one thing that the three of us have in common is that this is our first time here at AT&T Stadium. You've got the pulse of the people. How pumped up are they, and is it pumping you up?
Well, I'm super excited, John. Like you just said, it's my first time here. All of the fans that I've met thus far are very excited. They came to the pit party. They were able to meet all the drivers. Everyone's guessing that it's going to be a different driver. I'm hearing Megalodon. I'm hearing Gravedigger. I'm hearing Son of a Digger. No matter what, someone is taking home this overall event championship win, and everyone that I've spoken to is very excited.
And one thing to keep in mind, how could you forget, I got two special guests here with me at the Monster Jam desk. Somebody, a whole group of somebodies in a lucky section, depending on our racing winner, is taking home a voucher from Chick-fil-A. Ladies, you know what time it is. Lindsay, I'm going to put you on the spot first. Who's your pick for overall event champion here tonight?
All right, Monster Jam fans, you can see me moving here on this track. Right behind me right here is an 8-pack backflip, and I know two drivers that will definitely hit that 8-pack backflip tonight, and I think that that will help one specific person go to an overall event championship. That person is John Gordon in Bad Company. You guys are going to see him hit this, and he says it might be a little wild, but he is ready for it. He says he's due for an overall event championship and wants to put it all together. So again, my pick for tonight's overall event championship is John Gordon in Bad Company.
It's a great pick. When he was here at the Monster Jam desk, he mentioned he's won a freestyle here in this building before. Unissa, what about you? Who's your pick for overall event champion?
John, this is very hard, but I definitely have to go with Cynthia Gauthier, our driver of Lucas Stabilizer. Like I said, not only did she take home a win in 2021, she also came here to Arlington last year and took home a win as well. And just last week in El Paso, Texas, Cynthia took home not one win, but two, the Great Clip Skills Challenge and the freestyle round as well. She's been dominating. If we can really get her pumped up to race as fast as she can, I truly think that Cynthia Gauthier can take home the overall event championship win. And also keep in mind, if you are scoring for Cynthia Gauthier and you're in section 204 and she wins, you do get some free Chick-fil-A. So once again, my pick is Lucas Stabilizer.
It's another solid pick. You know, Unissa, I had a little bit of a hard time trying to decide who was going to be my pick here today as well, but I'm going to go with Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger, powered by Hoonigan, for two very distinct reasons. Number one, this is his last time competing for a month. That's right, he's going to have 3 weeks off until we head back to stadium competition at the beginning of April, so I think he looks at this as the ultimate chance to close the gap on Tyler Menninga before taking a little bit of a breather to clear his head. The other reason is because I think that the Chick-fil-A Dallas-Fort Worth racing competition is going to be the equalizer. When I look at the bracket, I see Son of a Digger with an automatic bye into round 2, and I also see Son of a Digger with an easier path all the way to the finals. And that's not to put down any of our other drivers, but when you look at the racing record, when you look at the head-to-head competition, Son of a Digger, Ryan Anderson, the edge goes to him. That side of the bracket looks tissue paper soft where I'm sitting. But one thing is for sure, ladies and gentlemen, whether I'm right, either one of them are right, or none of us are right, you fans are in for one heck of an event here tonight. So ladies and gentlemen, that'll do it for this edition of Monster Jam Trackside. Welcome once again to the home of your Dallas Cowboys, and welcome to Monster Jam!
Woo! It's go, 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 go time! Tick, tick, boom. Who bringing the noise? Go, baby, we bringing our toys. Separate men from the boys. Chopper be singing, should be on the voice. Bang, bang, we gon' ride out. Gang, gang, we don't die out. Want it like this, ain't no timeouts. Tell me who really gon' find out. We get
peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ape, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
Tick, tick, boom.
Hard body, and not scaring nobody. You make me resort to wild, and you must be blind by the diamonds. I didn't want it to be this way, but y'all won't need to try this, so it's no way around it. You the loudest one, it's going quiet. We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ape, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
It's go, 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 go time. Tick, tick, boom.
You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me? You can't stop me, so who gon' stop me?
We be disturbing the peace. Working, we serving the streets. About to go ape, going beast. Bang, bang, leave you sleep.
The time has come for us to honor some of our nation's greatest heroes. We ask that you also help us honor them by turning on your flashlight on your cell phones, just like my Chick-fil-A cow has done, and waving them in the sky as the stadium lights go dim. We do this to honor our active military, our veterans, our first responders, and all of our frontline workers.
Arlington Monster Jam was built right here in the USA. We are truly fortunate to live in the greatest nation on earth. We celebrate its strengths, freedom, resilience, and innovation. We are the United States of America!
I got 3 favorite colors, not just one, not just 2. I got 3 favorite letters, and let me spell them out for you. They say USA, where I wish everything was made. Every truck, every boot, and every tool.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise if you are able, and welcome in to sing our national anthem, Catherine Noon.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say damn, monster, monster. That's right, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. It doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You're waiting, now you're waiting to the greatest show on dirt. It's the monster.
Arlington, it's time to get loud and say it with me. This is Monster Jam.
It's a creation story only Monster Jam can tell. 2 unidentified Monster Jam technicians have gone rogue and opened a secret facility specifically to create a new mechanical beast to challenge for Monster Jam supremacy. Hard at work on their creation, these mad technicians had no idea a cosmic red storm was about to strike Earth. This thunderous event transformed their creation into the newest apex predator. Thunder Wars.
Introducing the newest apex predator to take a bite out of the Monster Jam track from right here in Texas, called